Hey there, Cancer. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button down below, baby. It is free as always. And if you would like to be notified anytime I post new videos, just ring that little bell out beside it and Nate will let you know. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers here. I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I wish YouTube had a way that I could send you a star, a thumbs up, a welcome, a hello, a however, I don't know. So this is the way I have to do it. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're part of our families. We bring forward this goldness world that we have and talk about bringing it about. Down below where you see like, or share, or save to a playlist, you tap on any of those little buttons and get them working. YouTube gets this message out to people who wouldn't receive it otherwise, okay? They send out into the big, massive ocean of people out there. And then they can step in, meet with themselves through this lens, through this camera, through this channel, to be able to level up, to get the resonance and the confirmation that they need for the journey that they're on, to step into their truth, their goldenness self, their sun, their radiance, and make our world a better place for us all. Each person who levels up and comes into their truth makes a better place for us all. It heals the heart of the world and it heals us all. That's what I'm looking forward to. So if you know and you've been here before, Cancer, Big Papa has been swirling through for a couple of weeks, whipping in a little bit of Jupiter last week, and now he threw at us a curveball. And he's like, nuh-uh, straight up the middle, fastball, hot, heavy, and ready. It is the ruby slipper, no place home, whatever you want to say, but he's sending our help too. We have Archangel Michael coming in, and Michael's a conglomeration. EL is a unified front of millions of energies coming forward to help do this, just like all the facets that are contained herein, to bring it towards the center, towards the sun, towards the self. Okay, and they're both a divine 8, as you can see if I move on my finger, going on right there. And talking about massage the ruby, y'all, when they told me that, I was like, I tried to say, don't you even, but they won't let me. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm scared. They're like, Joy, let us on in there, it'll be all good. But once they showed me Michael was coming along, I'm like, okay, I think I can handle this. I don't know what it is, y'all. I just open the channel and the messages come out. But so far, it's been talking about our heart at that point between our legs. Yes, whatever you want to think about that. That is the first place where our earth star, where we've put all of our treasury down the earth, all that we equipped ourselves to live this life of a solution, not a problem, right? You're not a problem. Let's clarify that right here. Right now, today, you are a solution. You're made of salt water. That's called a solution. There are no problems that you have that you cannot fix. If there is something, it's not your problem. Somebody else's stuff has rolled over into your queue and you'd be like, excuse me, and just ease that big old nasty sofa right out into the front yard, okay? Because this is about you. And this is about the temple path. This is Michael's assistance alongside up here, and is the divine order. And for you, it's a crowning divine order. And for some of you, it's about a wedding. This is like the topper on the cake. But rather than two people, it is the temple. It is the celebration, the elevation of the relationship that is coming in. Because as you know, how I believe and how I see it is, it's a triunity. It is one person, the other person, and then the relationship is its own entity, its own body, just like two people can make a baby, right? And we're not supposed to blend and merge and twin flame and all that kind of stuff. We're supposed to have space to retain our individuality. And then this whole new thing to be birthed into this world to come together. Doesn't mean you have to have kids, baby. Your dreams can be kids, right? They're the thing that color our world and make it better. Everything that's born into this world is supposed to bring life and health and healing and restitution and union and beauty and fascination, just like this ruby here, just like you. I love it, Cancer. You a ruby. You're fine. You know that? Man or woman. You're fascinating. I love you. So some of the cards are already out. I don't know what they are because they're face down in the middle. So we might jump down to the bottom first, and that's a good way to build a foundation. That's how we're getting the cake all stacked up, getting it all leveled up, all secured, all squared, all established with the pillars in there. And then we're going to fill in the middle is what I see going on. So speaking of middle, let's start there. So under Michael, under our assistance and our help, our goldness, our leveling, our gift of self, our gift of knowledge and knowing ourselves, we have coming in and incoming you're all like, this baby is the great work, because you can see it's inverted. You know I don't keep my decks inverted, right? I don't want to make you have to pay for somebody else's attitude in their reading, right? So I keep it always upright, and if something wants to invert, it can to communicate, but I keep them clean and clear for you, and I get them prepared before I start the reading, okay? And if they come out ahead of time, they come on out. I don't look until we tap into this together, because I am just the microphone. So, Cancer. Look at this. Talk about the system. This has been traveling from the stars for some time, and it's coming through with all the levels. This is about your primary care and your primary functions. What I see going on here is what Michael is attuning us to. And now remember, Michael is a multitudinous energy covering all the bases that you could think of, conceive, or imagine. So you have many hands on deck. So much love and energy here to help you unfold this channel, because this is coming in like a cone of resonance. You see those 4 points of the diamond, and this is coming out from the inside like a megaphone would, like a foghorn. So a bit of a warning coming out. Maybe some rocky territory as you approach the shore. I see a little bit of fear and trepidation about your dreams and emotions of being established in this new way and in this new energy. What is it that you would like me to explore with that? Got my screen door open. Got some little bugs in here. I don't like that. Okay, so we're going to step in with the Grand Lux. Tell us about that, the rocky entrance. Okay. Laying down on the job, baby, Queen of Cups. You're like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what to do, because the Queen's all about action. She's about the connection and divining this connection. You're like, well, if I get what I want, what do I do with it? And it's like, Cancer, about time you get what you want. Man or woman, Cancer, this is you. The Queen is the one of action, the one of doing, the one of connecting with the people, with the multitude, right? With the fascination. And you're like, I know I'm fascinating. And Michael's like, well, it's time to share it. Man or woman, Cancer, that is here, it is time to share it. It's a time to not be so guarded with it. He's like, I will guard you. I have your back. He's like, I'm over here. He's in your potential. He's like, I will guard you. I have your back. And I have your best interest at heart, guaranteed. Now remember, this I that is speaking here is the multitude. All right. So no worries, no fears. And then she's smiling just at that. She's like, guess what's in my cup? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. She's like, it is full to the rim. I have been cooking this up for a minute. And when fish are swimming up in the air, baby, talking about this era of plasma coming in, she says, I have many ideas about that. I have had my eye on the prize for a minute. So you're letting me know your determined focus is like, I don't know if you like football, but I do. So when you have a running back, they see the down that they have to accomplish in order to retain the ball, right? To make for a progression to get the score. But if they just look at the line, like they say, shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars, right? You have to look beyond that line. You have to look through the target, through your focus. And that's what she's doing. She's looking through the gate, and it's like a veil, even though there isn't a veil there. The veil is the layers of time. So you're shooting through the pages on the calendar, the layers of time, to overtake and to overcome that boundary. Now, it's not legitimately a boundary. It is in regards to Saturn, which is why we mentioned Big Pop at the beginning. But if you haven't already, tune in to Sagittarius reading that says you are a love machine, because I found in hindsight, because yes, I go back and listen to these myself. How dare I say it and not receive it, right? And in there is the 1221 portal. It is when Saturn enters at 0 degrees Aquarius. And this isn't Saturn just entering there. Saturn moves about every 2.5 years to a new sign. This is a new era. And it would be called the era of air, except it's not just air. It's water air. It's dry water. That's plasma, okay? Dark matter, things like that, okay? It's the expansion, the contraction all in one place. So Jupiter and Saturn have been divining this. That's why they've been having these meetings. Woo! All the sheer some who dry, not that dry water. It's like silky and luxurious and unctuous, and it keeps you wet on the inside. It don't dry you up, baby. Not like no heater or furnace. Okay, now she's softening and relaxing, realizing that I'm human. I am. I'm not an alien. I come from somewhere else, but yeah, I'm just like you guys, right? And this is bringing in the essence of gold and the rejuvenation of your heart, the centering of yourself, and the divine knowledge of who you are, being pure and perfect exactly the way you are. You were specifically designed for this. You were designed for this new energy. So it's like you might have already listened to the readings, or maybe you're initiating some of them about where Big Papa was, Big Day said, right? Was leveling us up into this new energy body. Just like if you use a cell phone, it says update required. And that's because the systems keep moving along as they find out what wasn't the greatest performance that they had aimed for, right? And so it's like continuing to penetrate through and beyond that line, knowing the TION, the shun, the like affection, attraction. It means the ongoingness of something, of that root and base word. So in here, you're talking about emotion, the moving on of the M. All right, so that's the great work. And now she's opening that central card, bridging the gap to Father Fire. Awakening your eye of passion. There is this cosmic egg inside of you, but it is of the serpent. It is Kundalini fire is what is awakening, because that is a leathery egg. You making me go dry again. My throat doesn't go dry. Can't just stop it. Don't you worry. That worry is sucking up your emotion, making you dry in your fields. That's the winds of worry. Now, I calm that right now, and I speak that over you, that you be at peace and steadiness, knowing that you are supported and you are loved and you are divine. There's destiny for you. This is the union of destiny and your divination here. No worries. They have got you. Look at your temple pad. Look at this green, luscious garden. No need for you to be dry. No worries. They are a lie. See these energies. Get that bug off of me. See, let that worry quit bugging you. Let these goldness orbs come on in, this help, this facilitation come on in to level you into this divine union, this marriage, this divine order, this topping on the cake, the frosting on the cake. And that's your Kundalini fire. You talk about the caduceus or the hermetic cup. There's that throat getting dry again. Stop it. You are worthy of love. You are perfect the way you are. Don't be judging your body like that. Don't be judging your face. I mean, y'all can see all this stuff up on mine, but you still listen to me. Thank you very much. I love you. So, good thing you take me the way I am, right? And somebody's got to love you the way you are. You know, and that's the nourishment that you need to refurbish this land, to like heal the sprinkler system of life, that you begin to see the bounty and the abundance of who you are, the joyousness of who you are, the oil of living, the fountain of youth, all of that. And that's what begins to rise up like sap in the tree, and to green it up and to leaf it out. So with that, we're stepping into Brother Earth, since we're talking about this greenness and this lusciousness. Look at that golden sun. He is here to confirm and affirm. Let's just put them this way. That's right, Michael. Look on here, to confirm and affirm. And this is you. This is you, Cancer. And I love that in this deck, Tarot of the Spirit is referred to as the brother. All right. So seeing yourself as equal, as in the family, of not having to get into the hierarchy to know it all to begin. You don't have to know everything about this. You don't have to have all the answers to step forward to this path, to know that this is your garden, and to let yourself be crowned with this bliss. With this bliss of this union. All right. Union of self, union of divine heaven and earth, union with another, and also with the multitude. Okay. So, and that begins to warm your heart and earthen your heart, and the dryness leaves your throat, leaves your example. The winds of worry begin to come off of you about how you look or your presentation, whatever that is. No, it may not be perfected just yet, but it is perfection. Queen is here. She like, I'm the shun, I am the action, the TION, going on that. You are in perfect gestation of who you are, the genesis of who you are, and the flow and the go and the know. And he wants you to know that. Okay. Cosmically, you are divine. Okay, so you're no mistake. Don't worry about I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda. Those are those winds of worry, okay? And they're a lie. So with that, this opens up the 20, the resurrection. Now in this deck, it is the resurrection. It is the reopening and the reestablishment of a channel. It is the power of re. Think of all the words. You can reapply. You can restart. You can reestablish. You can restore. You can reward. You can rewind. Think of all that re. That is what has come here for you. And it's not the winds of worry going backwards. That's look how peaceful and calm he is. Now, this brother of earth moves, but it's imperceptible, not because it's so slow, because it's otherworldly. He is like this heavenly chariot that in his mind, and he impresses there. And then he wants to go east, and he impresses there. And he wants to go upward, and he impresses there. That is you, about the power of your imagination. Anywhere you want to go, there you are. Your imagination is powerful, and is your chariot, your transportation vehicle at this time. Let me clear that off. Excuse me, baby. And that is at the heart of the matter. That begins to restore and reestablish you, like the Red Cross here. This brings into perfect understanding of the body. Bypassing the mind, the peace that passes all understanding, is to know yourself, the gift of knowledge of within, of the blood, sweat, and tears, the hopes, dreams, and fears, all having been worth it. Worth it because it was beyond your understanding, because you didn't have the scope, like Michael did, to pull out and see that each facet, each cutting away, each change, each dent, each bump, each occurrence, each experience was shaping you and bringing you into the center of yourself and into the whole, into the divine point of what it is all for. The divinity, okay, and the destiny. All right, so that's what we have going on over there. And now here under the ruby, coming directly underneath. Oh, that's funny. We got the chariot. Look at that 7, the return of your energy. No wonder he kept saying the chariot, the chariot, the chariot. Look at that. Okay, and it's talking about your earth star rising up, about that father fire rising up, about the kundalini egg opening and removing the veil and bringing in the harmonizing glow. You're talking that crazy bug. The harmonizing glow of your essence, of your essential being, of your sun and your moon. And you're showing me a double iteration of it here. Ooh, looky. Y'all, look. I hope you see what I see. Look at this. This is it reaching you. And as it reaches you, can you see it activating you and moving you forward? It begins to awaken your heart, because the hands are the channels of the heart. They are bringing in, what is that he's holding? This comes in, this has Hierophant energy. It has High Priest, High Priestess energy. It has the Emperor, the Empress. This one has so much encapsulated in here. He has all the suits of desire. He says the fire, but his desire, baby. He's like, go ahead and tell him the fire means desire. Well, let me tell you, Cancer. All the suits of your desire. Everything that suits your desires right here. Telling you that the things that you desire are solutions, okay? They're not removed from you. They're actually almost like a question, like a provoking, like an uncapping, like an opening. Like if you have a jar of pickles, it says pickles that haven't been opened yet. That's why it's not up in your mouth, okay? So crack that jar open and be like, ooh, thank you, self, for getting me these delicious pickles, plums, jam, jelly, juice, whatever it is that you love. This up in that jar of yourself, okay? This cup, the whatever cup, right? The emotion cup, what is in there that you're emoting, that you're bringing forward, is there. You open it and then you can taste it and see that you are good, that you are delicious, that you are divine, that your delight, your desire, and all those things are perfect. They're perfection. They're right on time. Okay. And no need to rush it, to hurry it, to squander it, to overconsume it, gluttony, anything like that. It's being able to take it and step and measure, knowing that there's more than enough, and there's an eternity and an infinity of who you are. You're not all of a sudden going to dissolve and they'll keep hacking away at this. No, 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 no. This has been in the works for some time, and we're looking within the eye of who you are. It's all leveled out and all prepared, completely ready now, Cancer. And with that, you're telling me to open what joins the ruby, okay, which is down between those thighs, baby, and your chariot. So we have the key of life, the mirror, the reflection, the inflection. Okay, some mother water. She's coming on down. So you get a clear perception of who you are here on earth, just like you are in heaven. So for me, this is very much, it's pointing the finger to have them open their ears. That when you do meditation, don't just let even the vibration of your energy, remember this chariot, don't let nerves and things like that get to you and squelch the message, that you don't listen, that you're so busy prattling off in the mind, this, that. No, Michael says, come to a focus, come to the center of your being and be ready to receive. And know when those things start to come up and clamor, the winds, the noise, the nervousness, the whatever, is a time to still and to calm your mind and to begin to reflect. Begin to listen, and not list of appreciation. That's more noise. That's more prattle. I know you could think appreciation's medicine. No, they're saying, let the hush fall. Let the stillness of the pond construe what it is. They're saying that we are trying to get to you. Your magic. The cosmic streams of who you are. These are like these cosmic eggs. It's your actually the binding of your DNA in your body, your spiritual DNA of who you are, so that it can begin to communicate and rise up in you. And then it's innate and natural and inherent. It's not something concocted or convoluted that you have to like really work about in your mind. That's why it's telling you all this energy isn't even you. You're peaceful. You're stable. You're calm. You're placid is their word for you, Cancer. Okay, so with that, let's take a look at these last two sitting over here. We have the Jack of Spades and the King of Spades. They're coming in together about this opening up and divining of the tri-union. They're trying to bring it back over here. Of the tri-union, and in that case, reiterating the divinity of your relationship that's coming in. This is about you retaining your own personal identity, and that way you don't have to stiff arm or keep somebody arms linked to go, no, mine, that type of thing. It's an awareness that somebody of the same heart, the same mindset. They're interesting, so you're interested. You're interesting, so they're interested, right? You know, they're fascinating and fascinated. It's that whole mirror perfection something type thing is what they're talking about here. That's what the Trinity is. Ooh, baby, the union of the worlds. And that's the thing, the relationship's going to grow quickly and not out of alignment. It's actually going to be magical. There's a blessing on it. There's a blessing, an opening of the you saw him, didn't you? That thing better stay off me. Okay, no more bugging. No more worries, all that nasty stuff. It's that divining coming on in, and that it is, I just ignored, we got to keep on talking, right? It's about it coming on in and growing up rapidly, but not being shortchanged. So Saturn's letting you know the patterns, that sometimes the waiting, the holding them, sometimes the folding, and the things that might not seem that it has rhyme or reason, but when you back out and you trust the scope of what Michael is affording you, everything is perfect in the way that it is. So you might be asked to do a few things that seem kind of out of order or maybe like unlikely, or if you were to use logic, it would give you the wrong impression. That's what you're talking about here. But see, this is incoming, right? So if you want to know, I mean, that's talking about kind of like a hanged man. You're not going to totally understand, but you're going to go through it, right? And to move through it, you will begin to understand hereafter. So with that, I want to get you a true heart, babe. I want to see y'all true heart and put a blessing on you, Cancer, as you move. Thank you. Move forward in this. Oh, I love it. Look at this. The beauty in your hands. Remember when we talked about your hands being activated and your heart being activated? Look at this new life. And I love it because it is the Trinity of life. Okay, it's from the eggs to the one that is nesting to the one that is soaring. So it is the full cycle, the full circle, and the goldness energy coming in that whole new world, that age of Aquarius, the age of plasma coming in. And we're not just going to call it Aquarius because people do have locked in thinking because so much has been said about it for a time, but it is the era of plasma, and that plasma is love, pure perfect love, the perfection, the cup of love. Those desires and delights that stir your heart, that cause the magic to begin to happen. That's what they're ready to flow forward from you, Cancer. So y'all remember, if you haven't liked it already, put a like down below if you have enjoyed this. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Save it, send it out, whatever. Begin to circulate this message from Joy of the World so we help our world brighten up. Okay? I love you. Stop by again real soon. Bye.